Hi, I'm Sue Corner. I'm the Director of Recruitment at Willamette University, and I'd like to take just a few minutes to tell you a little bit about Willamette's story. My hope is that it might inspire you to engage with us further when we're done. Before we get started, I want to give just a little pronunciation lesson. It's Willamette, not Willamette, not Willamette. Over the years, I've heard lots of creative pronunciations of our name, which is completely understandable. For people from Oregon, the term Willamette is a native term that speaks to the valley in which we're located and the river that runs through it. So most people from around here know how to say our name. About 3/4 of the students who come to Willamette are from outside of Oregon, so there often is a learning curve for our prospective students and families. One thing many people don't know about Willamette is that we are the most historic institution of higher education in the Western United States. We were founded in 1842, before Oregon was a state, and actually I found out recently before fully half of the states in the United States were founded. So for the West Coast, Willamette is very historic and our roots are very deep. That long history in this region has a lot to do with who we are as an institution. Willamette is a place that has been leading innovation since its inception. One great example of that is Emily York. Emily was the very first graduate of Willamette University. A woman back in the day when very few institutions at that time were even enrolling women, Willamette was conferring degrees. When Emily York walked across that graduation stage, she was one of those first alumni who took this forward-thinking Willamette degree and went out into the world to effect change. So you might wonder why I'm talking about what might feel like ancient history. Why am I talking about people who were a part of this institution almost 180 years ago? Well, I think it's really important to understand that the heritage of Willamette, this heritage of leadership and innovation, is something that speaks to the Willamette experience of today. The current students were given a model and a motto by our predecessors that really informs the experience that they have now. The motto at Willamette is Non nobis solum nati sumus, or not unto ourselves alone are we born. The early alumni who experienced the transformative education at Willamette knew well that we're not in this world alone. We have a responsibility to one another and to the interconnected communities in which we live and learn. I don't know about you, but I can't think of a time in history when the motto has been more relevant. We talk about the motto a lot at Willamette. It's one of those things that, as an alum myself and as the parent of a current Bearcat, I feel really sets Willamette apart. We encourage students to think about what success will mean in their life going forward and how service and leadership will be a part of that. In the classroom, Willamette students meet in groups of about 18. That's the average size. They're led by faculty who are focused on teaching, never graduate teaching assistants, and most of the classes are fairly discussion-oriented. The idea is that students are taught to learn to be lifelong learners. Rather than teaching a finite set of skills or a set of questions to be answered, Willamette faculty lead students as experienced teachers and mentors through a process by which they develop skills that will help them grow and change in the world of work that they'll face. We hear all the time that the work world of today is very different than the work world that students will face in the future. They will have jobs that we haven't even conceived of yet. So Willamette strives to equip students with the opportunity to grow and change as the work world grows and changes. We want them to be leaders in the workplace. They're taught to be acute listeners, good communicators, close readers and writers. We want them to be able to look at things from the perspective of another person, to have critical thinking. They won't have just been taught a set of skills. They will have been taught to lead and adapt and change. We know that the depth of learning that happens in our vibrant classrooms from day to day is critically important, but it's complemented by opportunities that take place outside of the classroom. Experiential learning opportunities like study abroad, internships, and research with faculty. All Willamette students take part in at least one of these experiential learning opportunities. Many of them do all three. Willamette students choose a major, sometimes two, or a minor, sometimes two, and also take classes across the disciplines to ensure that there's a breadth and depth to their learning experience. Beyond our unique heritage and our incredible learning environment, Willamette is distinctive in so many other ways. I don't have time in this short session to tell you all of them, but I'm going to dangle a few things out there in hopes that you'll want to follow up and think about them or research them on your own. Willamette is the only institution in the nation that sits directly across the street from a state capitol building. I think that's incredible. And when you think about the internship and research opportunities that exist because of that relationship and that proximity, it's really something special. We also happen to sit across the street from one of the state's largest hospitals on the other side of campus. Our thriving pre-med program definitely benefits by this unique proximity. Willamette is a national liberal arts and sciences institution, but we also have 3 graduate schools. We have a College of Law, a Graduate School of Business, and a Graduate School of Theology. And our undergraduate students benefit just by the presence of these thriving programs, and also undergraduates can do a combined degree with several of these programs. Also, Willamette is just one of 40 institutions highlighted in Lauren Pope's book, Colleges That Change Lives. We think this distinction is in great part because of our incredible faculty. Also, Willamette faculty have won more Oregon Professor of the Year awards than any other institution in the state. Finally, in addition to our wonderful downtown location, Willamette owns a 305-acre plot of land just west of campus called Xena. Xena is this incredible learning laboratory where students can dig in the dirt, they can learn about sustainability, they can do extended research projects, and they can take advantage of our unique location in the Pacific Northwest. I could go on and on about all of the things that I think make Willamette such a special institution. It's such an exciting thing to watch students come in as first years and make such use of their 4 years with us. They pack so much into their time here between the classroom experience and the extracurricular experiences. They learn so much and become such leaders. In closing, I just want to say Willamette uses the Common Application. We review applications holistically, and we've been a fully test optional institution for years. We never charge an application fee because we don't want that to be a barrier to anyone, and every person who applies is automatically considered for our financial aid packages. We seek applications from students who are bright and diverse and who bring all kinds of different interests and qualities to our vibrant campus. We hope that students who are interested in challenging ideas and who want to be a part of this place with such deep heritage and such a tradition of developing leaders, we hope that they'll engage with us through the application process. I hope you'll take the time to visit our website and learn a little bit more about us. I'm easy to find there. My name is Sue Corner. I'm the Director of Recruitment, and I'd love to help you apply to Willamette. No nobis solum nati sumus. Not unto ourselves alone are we born.